Hello, everybody. Welcome to Forward Media News. I'm your host, Steve Mead. I normally don't do a show on um, Fridays, but I'm making an exception. Why I'm doing a show on Friday because there was something that was sent to my way. Um, hello, John. Um, and I was, something was sent my way, and and what I wanted to do is I wanted to actually really talk about it because, um, you know, it is, you know, um, it's a little, but I'm going to talk about it anyways. So, but I just want to get, I want to get, I want to get things straightened up here. You know, Mayor Paul Coogan is fear mongering, and so is the Democratic Party. President Donald Trump wants to give back control back to the states, not the federal government. So what he wants to do is he wants to give uh, the state back. You know what I'm saying? The education, not the federal government. Okay. So right now, what is going on here? Okay, Mayor Paul Coogan and the Democratic Party, they are fear mongering about things. Okay, what am I going to do, and how am I going to get it back? I mean, Trump wants to give the education back to the state. They want the state to take control of it. Okay. I watch it all the time. Okay. The news, I watch everything all the time. Okay. Newsmax and everything. Okay. Newsmax, RSBN. Um, it's Trump is giving it back to the states. He wants to give control back to the states. So, and I mean, it's, I mean, what's funny sometimes that it's too much fear mongering going on. Okay, about things, and and it's pretty sad when you have a lot of fear mongering going on. You know, so I mean, if you listen to if you eh, if you listen to Mayor Paul Coogan, okay, he's fear mongering about things, and that's no good. The fear monger, and Trump wants to give the state back control of the education. He does not want the federal government take control. So I really want to just let people know that. You know what I'm saying? So if you guys hear it, well, because he wants the state he wants the state to take control. You know what I'm saying? He does not um he wants the state to take control of the education. Okay, he does not want the federal government to to have any control of it. You know, which is President Donald Trump is right. You know what I'm saying? And I agree. I mean, having a state take control with it is a lot better. You know what I'm saying? But how fear mongering. Yeah, Mayor Kapolka is fear mongering. Yes. How is Mayor? Well, he's fear mongering. In other words, he's saying, "Well, I don't know. What am I going to do? Do I have to go fight for it back?" I mean, I got the whole entire, because it was on Channel 12. So Channel 12, this was sent to me of a few minutes ago, and it's let's see here. Let's see. Where is it at? It's right here. Actually, Channel 10. Mayor Paul Coogan was on Channel 10 News. He was talking. former Mayor Paul COOGEN wants to talk about the launch of the South Coast Rail. It was related to that question too. So, but he's actually fear mongering. Okay, the Democratic Party is always fear mongering about this, fear mongering about that. Okay, Trump wants to have the states to take control. You know what I'm saying? He does not want the federal government to take control of the education. He wants the state take control of the federal government. So yeah, I mean, it's this guy. I'm telling you, I mean, he's too much. He's too much on fear mongering. You know what I'm saying? So it's this guy's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I mean, he's it's when you fear monger, when you start fear mongering, you know what I'm saying? So it's in other words, he has fear that that Mayor Paul COOGEN has fear that he might have to fight for something back, which is President Donald Trump wants to give it back to the state. You know what I'm saying? Let the state handle the education. Okay. He doesn't want federal government to do it. He wants the state to do it. You know what I'm saying? The state to take control of it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on. I mean, why is he so fear over things? You know what I'm saying? I mean, well, President Trump, I mean, he's in office. So but it's yeah, well, that's what fear mongering is. He's it's nuts. Okay. He was on Channel 10 actually talking about the rail, then wants to talk about that. You know what I'm saying? But well, and then I agree. You know what I'm saying? People shouldn't ruin people's properties like Elon Musk, the Tesla, the Tesla. They shouldn't even be destroying people's properties. You know what I'm saying? And that's what these people do. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So figure that out. I just wanted to come on today and talk about that. You know what I'm saying? But there is other things that we all need to discuss. So there's other things that need to be discussed, and I really I don't know. Let me see here. This is about the Boston State audit. Diane DiZaglio released the Bureau of Special Investigation. DiZaglio, Boston State audit. Diane DiZaglio released the Bureau of Special Investigations in quarters to report summarizing the BSI work and interventions to help make government work better by investigating fraud, abuse, and legal acts of involving public assistance benefits throughout the Commonwealth. The fourth quarter of BSI investigate and a total of 971 cases, and there were overpayments, calculations, in 153 cases with identifying fraud. Further details regarding these 153 cases may be found below. The summary of this investigation was completed of a fraud I identified. Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, SNAP. 123,906.88 Medicare 5,306.800. Transitional aid family with dependents children TAFDC 100,000 1,000 1,000 15,600.397. The Department of Early Education and Care EEC 75,341. Emergency aid to the elderly, disabled, and children EAEDC 31,789. Personal care attendant PCA 1,706. That grand total. That is the all grand total right there. Okay. So I mean, there's a lot of fraud going on in there. So and there in that area. Yeah. So that's a grand total. That's a pretty it's a pretty a lot of money. For people to do that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad that the Boston State Audit, Diana, you know what I'm saying? She's she pulled out that investigation, and good, because we need that. You know what I'm saying? And it goes to show you, and I've said this before, when you have I said this before, when you have the audit, okay, the audit shows. And I'll tell you one thing, and I have it on my Facebook page. If you guys want to go on my Facebook page and take a look, or if you guys want me to share it, I mean, I will share it. You know what I'm saying? I have no problem with that. You know what I'm saying? Sharing things, you know. But President Trump, I mean, I have no problem with that. You know what I'm saying? Sharing things, you know. But President Trump, I mean, I have no problem. So Diane, well, she's the audit, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, she launched an investigation. So then I think that's good for her doing that. But like I said, when you have uh, when people are talking about education, okay, so when people are talking about education, they need to hear and listen a little bit more, okay, about it, okay. Trump does not want the federal government to have control anymore. Okay, he doesn't. He wants the state to take control. So that's where it says fear mongering. That's why I put in that's fear mongering with me and Paul COOGEN. So it's I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Oh well, something. Well, you're the mayor of the city of Fall River. You don't know what to do. If you don't know what to do, get the hell out. So that's what fear mongering's about. You know what I'm saying? The Democratic Party always likes to fearmonger all the time, and oh, I don't know what to do. Yeah, well, but I'm telling you exactly what Trump wants to do because I watch RSBN, I watch Newsmax, I watch. Those are the sources. Those are my sources that I watch. So I mean, if CNN says different, CNN's lying. If Fox News saying anything different, they're lying too. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's so I mean I so those see Newsmax and RSBN is my favorite. Is one is those are one of the best news sources you can go to. So I encourage everyone. To check that out because you don't want to make a mistake. But I'm telling you that Trump wants the state to take control of the education. He does not want to have he does not want the federal government to take control. He wants the state to take control of all the education. That's what he wants. That's what he signed, the executive order. So the education is going to be under the state, not the federal government. So I mean, that's where it's going to be. So Mayor Paul COOGEN, fear mongering again, like always. You know, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Do I have to fight for this? But now I'm on, and I'm telling you exactly what Trump is going to do. Okay, so I mean, I'm just saying that's what he's going to do, and he's already signed an executive order with that the state is taking over the education, not the federal government. Which is, I agree that the state should take over the education. Okay, so I agree with that. You know what I'm saying? There was an executive order already signed by him. Okay, and it was already been approved by Congress that the state is going to take control. So it's not he's not taking education away. He's not. So he's not taking education away. He's taking the education away from the federal government and having the state to take control of it. So it's already been approved by Congress, for one. Okay, the executive order. So because it's so that's exactly what he's doing right now. So I just wanted to come on. This is really, I mean, on Friday I really just don't even do a show, but I just want to pass that along to everybody, and so if you do hear it, or if you do see it, I mean, the fear mongering, man. I mean, I'm telling you, it's crazy. Okay, but again, people shouldn't even damage people's properties, anyways. Like Tesla, and I'm saying Elon Musk, Tesla, they shouldn't even be damaging people's properties anyway. You know, um, but other than that, Trump is doing a great job, and I don't care what anybody says. People can just talk how they want. You know what I'm saying, but Trump is doing a great job, and but but I just want to say that. Let's see what this is. So, President Donald Trump reveals an executive order for aiming at the law firm Paul Wiz. As part of the agreement, Paul Wise pleaded $40 million in pro bono services and dropped the DEI hearing since Trump's earlier order to revoke it by secretary clearance and law firm as a lost client. Really? Wow. It is recommended that you update your phone and protection apps. Okay. President Donald Trump said he would rescind any executive order on Thursday to revoke the secretary's clearance of law firm Paul Wiz as a threatened its government contract. The executive orders were entirely issued on March 14th, according to the statement posted on Trump True Social account. On Thursday, the firm agreed to eliminate diversity, equality, and exclusion consideration from its hiring practice and pleaded $40 million and pro bono legal services intensive endorsement by the Trump administration. We are gratified that the president has agreed to withdraw the executive order concerning Paul Wiz, said Brad Carbon, chairman of Paul Wiz, in a statement posted by Trump on Truth Social. We look forward and engaging in constructive relationship with the president and his administration, which is good. Okay, so that's good. The announcement and details in meetings between Trump and Grapt, during which they agreed to a set principle of these, including any comments and non-partisan clients and presentations and respective individuals, lawyers, and political views, pro bono services, and support veterans and blastering the administration and task force, among others. Additional. He's got a little long thing here going on here, so I'm not gonna. Yeah. Well, he's got a long thing, but that's fine. That's all I wanted to write. Deadline and looping claiming the 1,400 IRS stimulus checks. But I mean, illegal immigrants are arrested after attacking a pregnant woman in Massachusetts sanctuary states. See, I mean, these guys, these clowns are attacking. These illegal immigrants are attacking pregnant women. In Massachusetts, okay, in sanctuary states, and but Moore Healey, okay, Governor Moore Healey. Oh, I want sanctuary states. Oh, Michelle Wu wants. Oh, I want sanctuary states. So you want sanctuary states where you get these illegal immigrants, okay, aliens, okay, attacking women, okay, pregnant women, okay, attacking pregnant women. Are you kidding me? You people want that? Yeah, I mean, I thought maybe Governor Wu and Governor Moore Healey, I mean Mayor Wu and Governor Healey, are both sick people. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know what Driscoll says about this. The Lieutenant Governor Driscoll. I don't even know what she's saying about all this. Stupid nonsense. I mean, it's. So it says here, all aboard. South Coast Rail is launching on Monday. Woo-hoo! Yep, it's all launching on Monday. So if anybody wants to take the train, go down Monday. NewBedford.org. Yeah. So they were launching the so they're launching it on Monday. So the South Coast Rail, the train is going to be for free. He's got a couple of good ratings here, and I'm going to look at them right now. Thursday, marking 2 months since President Donald Trump was sworn into office of his second term, while Trump needed approval ratings and coming out of the gates higher than, and in 2017, True All still and President polls. See what the polls look like here, because some of this media I don't even trust. How Republicans in the United States Democratic division played Trump's approval ratings. I know Trump's got some really good approval ratings. I mean, his approval ratings are really good. It's just, all right. 54% of responded either strongly approve or approve of Trump's job, compared with 44% of disapproved. Strongly, somewhat. Polls taken in March of 613,000 registered voters, migrants of era of 1.8 percentage points. 1.8%. Well, I think that's security 52% approval. Morning council states. Yeah, I think yeah, it's pretty good. I'm saying that his ratings are is good. So so 50% performance 50%. Then those who approve 48%. So from the 14th to the 16th, 2.210 registered voters, migrants of era plus 2% points. You know what I'm saying? During the Trump first presidency, more voters are not still approving for Trump's handling the most issues, with the president receiving the best mark on immigration. 55% approved. So that's a pretty good high. 55% approval of national security, 52% approved morning council state. Yeah, so I think that's pretty good. It's for me, for what I see in these approval ratings by Trump, by people who voted, who votes. You know what I'm saying? March 16th, 18th, and 16th, 18 U.S. adult, 3.4% points. Democratic in Congress comes much less popular in the past few months. Much less months, while Republicans in Congress haven't become more popular, according to your Gov. So the Republicans came more popular than the Democratic Party, because the Democratic Party, what they do is they screw themselves all the time, you know. But so let me see here. No late Trump executive orders that have been struck now. Well, sometimes you can't, you can't, please everybody. You know what I'm saying? For look up, and anyone home and valuable in style taking a look at this one. Yeah. Let's see what's going on here. Yeah, look at all these Teslas, man, got burnt and everything, set on fire and all. Video shows a man keying in Tesla at Dallas Fort Worth International Airport, over there, setting all these cars on fire and everything, to all the Teslas and stuff. And that's not called for, Well, yeah, South Coast Rail will be free. 4 promises that Elon Musk has made about Social Security. Ooh, I like to hear that one. Further leader voices concerned by IC operations and place of workshops. Well, we're not done with these. We're not done with these people yet. You know what I'm saying? These people don't need to go. You know what I'm saying? It's not optional anymore. It's not optional anymore, because all these people are doing here. More people come over the border, and the criminals and oh, they want to come over and get free stuff, and plus all these activists, act where provide free legal defense, legal immigrants in Massachusetts. The taxpayers are not paying for these people. Okay, we're not paying for these people anymore. Okay, because we have to. This is what we got to do. Okay, we have to take care of our own house. Okay, we can't be taking care of illegal aliens and expecting to give these people SNAP benefits and welfare checks and everything. Get going. Go back to your own country where you belong. Go back. And go get your own, go back to your own country where you belong. You know what I'm saying? Come over here. I mean, leave the people who already have green cards alone. You know what I'm saying? But the people that don't have green cards, get going. Okay? Go back to your own country where you belong. Okay? Yeah. You don't want me to say anything in Spanish or Portuguese because I will. And you won't like it. But no, but just kidding with that. You go back to I don't know Portuguese, I don't know Spanish, just kidding. You can go back to your own country where you belong. You know, we don't have the room, we don't have money to keep giving these people. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, guess what? The taxpayers we're paying for all this. Nonsense. You know what I'm saying? You know. So I don't know why we have these, rejects, activists out there all the time and advocating for illegal aliens because they need to provide free legal defense. Yeah, they're not gonna get no legal defense, okay, at all. Okay, you know something? I'm taking this fight right out here on live right now on forward media news because we are not paying for these people. Okay, these people, okay, are not illegal citizens of this country. We are not paying for these people. Okay, let their own country pay for them. Let their own government, if they got one. Okay, all right. This is ridiculous. Okay. All right. We'll not be paying for these people. Okay. They have a government. If they have a government, let their own government pay. You know what I'm saying? We don't have room for these people out here. What is wrong with these activists? What are they, dumb or something? Stupid? Okay. They're ridiculous already. All right. They need to not they need to knock it off. Okay. Because all they do is complain. Blah, 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 blah. Well, we need to support the illegal aliens. No, we don't have to. As taxpayers of our country, don't have to support anybody. Okay, somebody illegal aliens. Okay, we support our own people. Okay, we support our own. We don't have to support illegal aliens that come into this country. Now. No, we're not doing it. It's not going to happen. No, I've already said it's not. It's just so. I mean, it's ridiculous already. I mean, how can you stand and watch these people, these activists from New York City, all over the place? Okay, well, let's support illegal aliens. They need a legal defense. No, they don't need a legal defense. You know what they need to do? They need to go back to their own country and stay where they are. That's what they need. Okay, because the welfare system, the SNAP benefits, Social Security. Okay, we're flooded. Okay, because of these people. Okay, these illegal aliens. Okay, now they only want to come over here, rob, and they only want to come over here, beg off for us, take our SNAP benefits, and welfare checks. Okay, what about the other people? What about our disabled people? You know what I'm saying? These illegal aliens, they can go to. I won't say it. And back. That's how they can do it. Because I'm not gonna stand for that. No. Okay. And I speak for the taxpayers of my country. The taxpayers right here I speak for. Okay. This is who I speak for. Because and if nobody else is speaking up, so I gotta speak up for the people in this country right here. this country right here. Would they say America first? Yes. So this country. So I got to speak for the people because the people won't speak up. I have to speak for them. Let me see what John says here. John Pacheco may have to be back in Fall River if they're a carnival. I don't know. Maybe carnival. Carnival. So what are you expecting? Elephants, tigers, carnival. I may have to move. I may have to move back to Fall River if there is a carnival. Well, if there's a carnival, then hey, I don't know. Well, there may be a carnival somewhere, of some sort. I mean, come back, man. You're welcome to come back to Fall River. I hope you have a green card, John. Just kidding. God. But no, I mean, but again, I mean, I want to get back to Mayor Paul COOGEN because he's funny. Okay, he's hilarious. I mean, fear mongering. Oh, what do I have to go to the state house? He's going to give the state back control of the education, and he's taking it away from the federal government. He's taking it away back from the federal government. So maybe Mayor Paul COOGEN don't understand that, okay? Because the Democratic Party is failing. Right? Already failed. So I mean, so that's why he's fear mongering right now because the Democratic Party failed. So I mean, it failed. So I mean, the Republicans got it. Okay, the Republicans got it. And I've already said it a lot of times that the Republicans are going to have it because you want to know why? Yeah. Well, because the people spoke. And when the people speak in Massachusetts, okay, and all around the country, yeah, I mean, we spoke up, and that's why Trump is in office. And that's why we're in control of the Republican Party. That's why we're in control of the House and the Senate because the Democratic Party, what they want to do, they always want control of this, they want control of that, and they want to put sanctuary cities in. We don't want sanctuary cities. This is a Republican, okay. This is a Republican state, okay, and it's going to stay a Republican state. Yeah, we may have some Democrats, but the Democratic Party's not in control no more. We are in control, okay, and we're controlling the party here now, okay, because every time, okay, the Dems had it. They always want to be in control of this and be in control of that. Guess what? Now we're in control. No, the Republican Party's in control. Okay. Now we got the upper hand. We hold the cards. Okay. Not the Dems anymore. Okay. You know, we got to say, what passes and what don't pass. Okay. But like I said, that's why Mayor Paul COOGEN is fear mongering because his Democratic Party is weak. Okay, and that's why he's doing it. But I'm letting it out. I'm letting it out where that Donald Trump is giving the state back control of the education. He does not want it with the Republican Party anymore. So I'm letting everyone know that. Everyone. So, if you hear it, go back to my video and play my video and show everybody my video and say, hey, look, Trump is not getting rid of the education. He's taking it away from the federal government and he's giving it back to the state. He wants the state to take control of it. So there's nothing to worry about. So I don't understand why is Mayor Paul COOGEN so fear-mongering, like always. He doesn't really do much anyways. You know what I'm saying? For the city, but he's fear-mongering about education. So I hope I don't have to repeat this again because I won't. So go back and play my video, and when you go back and play the video, you play my video and say, "Hey, this is what Forum Media said. Trump is taking it away." Let me say this slow to COOGEN so that way he understands English. That way he would understand me a little bit. Trump is taking away from the government. He's giving control back to the state. Okay? So I hope you understand that one. I want to make sure, because he's not taking the education away permanently. He's not. Okay? He is not taking education away permanently. He is not doing that. He is taking the education, giving it back to the state, and taking it away from the federal government. So the state can be in control of the education. That's what he's doing. So, I just don't get it. I don't know why he's so fear-mongering for. Well, his Democratic Party's weak anyway, so right now we're in fully control of this. Okay? Because the Democratic Party was been in control for so long, okay? And they've been messing up a lot of things. So now we got it. And now the Republican Party's got it. So now we got the House and the Senate, and now we're in control. So and that's it. So I know a lot of people are mad about it, but hey, you want to be upset, go right ahead. But Trump is going to give the state back. Give it back to the state. The education back to the state. Give them control. Because he does not want it with the federal government anymore. So, it's the judge warned of consequences if Trump administration violates deportation order. Well, guess what? That is a crooked judge. Okay? If he does not want Trump to take these the judge warned consequences if Trump administration violates deportation. Well, he's going to he's going ahead with the deportation. Okay, so the judge is a little tapioca. So consequences if Trump administration violates deportation order. Trump is going to go ahead with the deportation anyways. He's the president of the United States. He ain't going to care what the judge says. So that, something, whoever this judge is, this judge should be fired off the bench or suspended just for saying that. So, I mean, it's the DA Fan William ordered by the judge to pay over $54K for the attorney fees. Fall River resident gets dental implants covered by Mass government. Awesome. Hey, look, I couldn't even get implants, and this woman gets implants by the government, Mass government. Unbelievable. 22-year-old Fall River man pleaded not guilty to lead without bail on gun and drug trafficking charges. Woo. Changes in Social Security are on the horizon again. Massport led thousands of immigrants in crash at Boston Logan Airport. Government grants for dental implants. Dental implants grants ending soon. Apply by March 21st. It's too late now. Judge giving Trump administration one more day to return over deportation flights info. You know what, Judge? Yeah, you know something? Trump is not going to do that because you know something. You ought to be that this judge ought to be benched himself just for saying that. Such a corrupt judge. Trump alleged Boston Mayor Wu support violent Trump alleged. Boston Mayor Wu supporting state address. No, you know something? The White House responded of the state of the city, blaming Trump for this. Imagine that. Mayor Wu, Boston Mayor Wu is Mayor Wu is the one that's supporting violent criminals over citizens after state of the address. She's the one that's doing it, and she's blaming Trump for it. Yeah. Boy, these people, man, they have I don't know what the hell they have, but I mean, it's he's the president of the United States. Trump alleged Boston Mayor Wu supporting violent criminals over citizens after state of the address. Yeah, this woman should go to jail. Okay, Mayor Boston Wu. The Mayor Boston Wu, she should go to jail. She should be brought up on charges for what she's doing. Okay, she's a criminal herself. Okay, she's such a criminal herself. Okay, her and Maura Healey, and her and Maura Healey, they're criminals themselves. Okay, this is like so ridiculous. Forward just circulated is showing that the value of a house identity. I don't want to read that. I tried to tune. No, let's see here. No debit release program in Mass has finally passed. Yeah, a new debit release program in Mass has finally passed. Good. Social Security retirement age sets to change in 2025. So I already know there's going to be 65. Now let it be. The Karen Reed, Massachusetts judge denied request to delay the start of a trial. Oh, and goes that trial again. Conservative former federal judge says that Trump has declared war on U.S. rules of law. No, Trump did not. It's a lie. Okay, this is all a lie. These people like to spread propaganda all over the place. Okay, they're delusional. The judge is such a delusional judge. Oh my God. Fall River Onslow response by cars turning ahead and taking a look. Haiti U.S. deportation by CR. Good. Deportation, good. Trump is still pushing that deportation, and I'm glad he is pushing it. Okay, this is the reason why I fight side by side with the president of the United States, because you know why? Because he's doing a hell of a good job deporting all these people. Okay, they don't need to be here. Okay, they don't, and Haley knows that too, Governor. Bristol County District Attorney's Office released a name of a 20-year-old who died from injuries in multiple crash. Okay. So who is let me see here. Um, a man that died from his injuries after multiple vehicle crashes earlier this week. According to Bristol County District Attorney's Office, Tuesday, approximately 6:10 p.m., Taunton police received a multiple 911 call regarding of a serious motor vehicle crash in the area of 1070 Somerset Avenue in Taunton. Taunton police and EMS responded upon arrival. Police located three vehicles, a 2018 gray Dodge Challenger for extensive front end damage, and two occupants was located along with the 2008 gray Toyota Camry that contains an operator also without extensive front end damage. All three occupants of the vehicle were transported to medical treatment. The driver of the Dodge Challenger, an adult male, was transported for life-threatening injuries and was critical condition. 20-year-old Richard Blanchett and Middleborough has died as a result of his injuries, and Blanchett was pronounced deceased later in the day. Yesterday, at the Massachusetts hospital, the operator of the Toyota Camry of the adult female all suffered serious injuries, remaining in critical, stable, and condition. The passenger of the Dodge Challenger was transported to local hospitals and treatment. Police also located a gray 2021 Ram pickup truck of driver side damages alongside the back end of the vehicle. And let me see here. Okay. Okay, to the back end, the driver said damages along the back end of the vehicle, and the driver of the vehicle was transported to a local hospital for treatment and minor injuries, which is all good. So he's all set. The investigation into the matter is ongoing and bringing in conducting by the Massachusetts State Police and detective units of the Bristol County District Attorney's Office, along with the Taunton Police Department. That's what they do. So yeah, I mean, Bristol County always brings in the state police when they're investigating crimes like crimes, or sex trafficking crimes and things like that. So I mean, things like that. I mean, they always have to bring in the state police to do so. I'm saying so. Yeah, yeah. So it's. So this is what Fall River's Laundry and Meet Summer Chow Mein. Yeah, well, that's already gone. But hey, another thing, I just want to bring up, just the just a brief. I don't have any proof about it, but I just want to really bring it up because there's been a lot of talk about this district attorney Tom Quinn said that this has been there's been a lot of talk about district attorney Tom Quinn about his people saying that he may be related to the may be related to the defendant or the deceased or some type of way. And and but he may be related, but I don't have any. I mean, if he is, if Tom Quinn is related to, to the defendant, I think it would be. They would have to take that case and bring that case somewhere else because that case couldn't be tried in a Fall River court if Tom Quinn is related. Tom Quinn's office couldn't, Tom Quinn's office couldn't, you know, uh, prosecute that case. So I mean, if Tom Quinn is related, uh, it, they that case could they would have to take that trial and bring that trial somewhere else. If Tom Quinn's is related, because um, that I don't know what that would be. Well, anyways, but I don't know if that's true. If Tom Quinn is related to the victim that's incarcerated right now, so I don't know. There's a lot of talk about that in the community. So I just wanted to actually put that out there. So yesterday's news. Yesterday's news. Yesterday, we were at the we were, my wife and I, we were at the bus terminal, and we just got done from, I believe, from Market Basket, and uh, and then we went to the bus terminal. Then all of a sudden, and we were on the bus. We were talking about how the bathrooms. I'm saying how they, SRTA uh, likes to lock up the bathrooms. Well, let me give you a reason. Let me give you a summary on that, because the reason why they lock up the bathrooms, okay, is because they break the stalls, and it's not only them breaking the stalls, okay, in the handicap stalls in the bathroom. And they congregate in the bathroom. They smoke weed in the bathroom. They're doing all kinds of things that they're not supposed to in the bathroom. Okay, and the girls' room are the same thing. Okay, the girls, the woman's side is the same thing. Okay, they congregate over there. They smoke. There's been several overdoses in that place. Okay, several overdoses in that bus terminal. So, and but my wife and I, we were talking about that. I'm saying that's why they closed the bathrooms down. So if anybody has a complaint about the bathrooms being closed, well, there's your reason right there. When the school kids get out, they have to close the bathrooms because they destroy the bathrooms all the time. Okay. And another thing, you know, they have, and another thing, they have they have a paper, of what you can put on the bike racks too over there. Okay. You cannot put lithium uh, e-bikes on the racks. You cannot do that. Okay. Even if it's full, you cannot do that. You cannot even bring them on the buses because it's a lithium battery. It's a public safety hazard. You cannot do that. If you had a regular bike, then that's a different story. Okay. If you had a regular bike. But having an e-bike, those tires are like this, really thick. How can you fit that on a bike rack? You can't. That's why they don't allow them. Okay. So a man, I'm not going to mention his name, I'm not going to I'm not going to mention his name because I don't even know him. Well, I was there, and my wife was there. Um, but I'll get that to the minute. But the clerk came up to me. The clerk called me over and asked me what was going on. I says, "Look," I says, we were talking about we were actually talking about Among Us about why they closed the bathrooms. So I said the girl in the ladies' room, the girl in the ladies' room, told us to shut up, and I told her to shut up back. You know what I'm saying? So, but and then all of a sudden, the guy comes in, starts ranting, screaming, banging his hand on the counter. I mean, uh, doing all threatening the uh, you know I'm gonna sue you. I'm gonna do this. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, he didn't only come back once, but he also came back twice. So I mean, I just, we need to do something about the bus terminal. I mean, we have an empty building on the other side, okay? And this is what I'm going to say. We should have a substation over there and having police over there because the security guards that we have over there, I mean, stuff is still going on. You know what I'm saying? Where we should just have a substation, um, just selling uh, sandwiches, cookie sandwiches, and hot meals. Okay, and have a substation and having a police officer there 24/7. Okay, well, until the bus terminal closes. You know what I'm saying? I mean, because it's really getting bad. It is. I mean, come on. You know, people question me all the time. Why do I wear a body cam? Because I do. Because the reason why I wear it is because of all the fights and arguments and stuff that goes on down there. Okay, not only in the bus station, okay, but also out in the street. And then I also use it, okay, when I'm crossing the street with my family. Okay, that's the only time I use it. Okay, because I mean, you don't know what's going to happen. You know what I'm saying from one, you don't know what people's attentions out there. You don't. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I have the body cam. People go question me. Oh, well, you're supposed to tell, you know what I'm saying, that you're recording. And no, and I'm gonna let it out right here, right now. And no, and I'm not supposed to. I don't have to because there's no sound to it. Okay, there's no sound to it. So anybody that sees me with the camcorder on, yes, it's going to be on. Okay. And it doesn't, and I don't have to tell you, okay, that it's recording. So I'm letting you know, I've already did my research. I already did my homework on this. Okay. And I don't have to. The only thing when you're at home or in a private place, you cannot keep the recording on. Like the gym. If I walk into a gym, I cannot have that thing going, okay, because it's private. And lawyer's office, I cannot have it on because it's private. Okay, I cannot have the body cam on because it's private. Private places, I cannot have it on. If I'm out in public, like at the bus station or inside the bus station or on the bus, and if you come up to me and say, "Oh, how come you're recording? Why do you have it?" I don't have to tell you anything. So I've already did my homework. I'm just letting you know. I'm just letting you know. But anyways, with that being all said, so just want you to remember that. Let's see here. What's going on here in the news this morning? Deadline for family left by nothing after a destroyed home. Wow. I remember that fire. Channel 12 was there covering that story. Corrupt. Doge's stimulus checks update as payments might not be $5,000 or millions would Doge stimulus checks update payments might not be 5,000 and millions would qualify. Doge is blocking from under unrestricted access to Social Security records. I don't know why they're doing that. So I don't know why they are doing that. Fall River is based on companies donating over $10,000 served of food to local communities. Thank you very much for that. Nationwide alerts by sufferers for liens and cuisine recall. Ooh. It is terrible that Governor Healy second off on Trump deportation education executive order. But again, this is again, all right. I'm going to say this again one more time, okay, to make sure that everyone's hearing it. Trump is taking the education away from the federal government and giving it back to the state so the state can have control of the education. So I don't know. I don't understand why Haley's thinking that. You know what I'm saying? So it's she's a weirdo, anyways. West Virginia white couple adopted a black children only to force them into labor and live market ship shed. That is so disgusting. You people, the West Virginia white couple adopted black children only to force them into labor. In other words, to do labor for them. That is so disgusting. Okay? These people ought to be in jail. Oh my God. City of Fort Worth announced the date of the 2025 Samuel Adams hydrant flushing program. Federal operations in Kentucky ends in arrest of an 81 alleged undocumented immigrants. You know, we got to clean this place up, man. It's whether Governor Moore Healy likes it or where Mayor Boston Mayor Wool likes it. You know what I'm saying, we got to clean these. We got to clean these illegal immigrants out of here. You know what I'm saying? So this is ridiculous already. Okay, it is. It's nuts. You know. I don't know where Paul COOGEN is so worried about. You know what I'm saying? Fear mongering, that guy, man. That guy does all that guy does, all he does is fear monger. Mayor Paul COOGEN. That's all he does. Fear monger all the time. Okay. Now that the people know what Trump is going to do with the education, they're going to take it away from the federal government and give it back to the state so the state can have control of the education. So I don't want no misconceptions about this. So you already know. But people shouldn't be vandalizing anybody's stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know, people shouldn't even be doing that. You know what I'm saying, going around vandalizing Elon Musk's stuff. Governor Haley's $8.4 billion funding package by public schools budget and cannabis regulations. But listen, people, listen out there, listen. Let's just listen, okay? Uh, you know, again, I'm saying I just like, at some point repeating myself because, you know, some of these people, they don't understand English. Okay, they don't understand when you tell them that Trump has taken away the education from the federal government. He's taking it away from them and giving it back to the state so the state can be in control of the education. I mean, the Democratic Party has failed everything. They failed. Okay, big fat zero. They failed. You know why? Because they don't know how the Democratic Party. They don't know how to do their. They don't know how to do their job the way they're right. You know what I'm saying? They want sanctuary cities. And the Republicans, we don't want sanctuary cities. Okay, we don't want that. Okay, and basically, let's put it this way: we do not want criminals in our city, in our country. Period. Okay, you know, but and this is where Pocahontas, Elizabeth Warren, don't understand that either. Mayor Wolf, especially her, she don't understand that either. But you know something, for what I understand, they're ready to lock her up and put her in jail. That's what I understand. I mean, people are talking, man. I'm telling you, well, because she wants sanctuary city up there in Boston, and there's no, and she doesn't want to comply with the deportation. So guess what? Then you get locked up and you go to jail for being a toothpick, if you want to call that. Well, you know, I thought the former Mayor Marty Welch was bad. This one's worse. I thought Boston Mayor Marty was bad. I mean, he wasn't a Peace Prize himself, but but look at Mayor Wolf, man. She's worse. She's far worse of what's going on. But hey, you know something? The Democratic Party is slowly fading away. That's what's happening. The Democratic Party is slowly fading away. Because you want to know why? Because they don't know how to do their job right. Okay? They don't know how. Okay? We all have to be every step of the way. That the Democratic Party's got to be every step of the way to help. You know what I'm saying? But it's sad. It is. It's sad but true. It's crazy. All right. Well, 8:28. I'm going to talk about one more thing. Dorchester teen charged with assault on a state trooper. Second teen is facing firearm charges. Good. But I'm going to get back to Cambridge City Councilor named and creator of Boston. Let's see, Boston brutal case. First drug sleep happening. Let me see here. What's going on here? Homeland Security revoked a temporary state 532,000 camis in Haiti and Nicaragua. Wow. She lost everything in Fall River House fire, including her cat. Friends are here to help her. Wow. Well, an investigation is similar. Yeller administration probably paid by $1,445K in OT to select city's employees. Yeah, secret managers at buying more black rings. Small Massachusetts town is now ranking the state second murder capital. Wow. Small Massachusetts town. Wow. Oh boy. Karen Reed case attorneys asking federal district court to delay and start of trial. California couple deported after leaving the U.S. 35 years. U.S. revokes legal statues of more than 500,000 immigrants. Massachusetts H. Campbell says Trump is operating as she's another one. He's not operating as a king, man. What the hell? Neil Healy blasted Trump's order to dismantle the DOE. Trump is not going to listen to Moore Healy. Moore Healy's crazy. She's boy. Robert De Niro's son looks absolutely different in heels as he debut hair transformation. Warwick man is accused of killing his own dog. What a piece of crap. Rick Harrison opens up about son's death from drugs, overdoses, and thinking about him every day. You know something? Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, so Rick Harrison opens up all the time and talks about, his son, you know what I'm saying, that overdosed on drugs and stuff like that, you know, and, it's sad, and there's a lot of mental issues going on out there too, as well, and drug overdoses. Things are getting worse by the minute. Well, by the day, you know what I'm saying? Well, outside there, you know what I'm saying? And, I never in my whole entire life saw overdoses in Massachusetts and New Bedford and all over the place. I never saw that like that. I mean, people overdose on drugs, but I mean, it's very that you see it, but now you're seeing it more and more all the time. You know what I'm saying? You know, um, especially when they said that they had that horse tranquilizer out there too. So somewhere, I don't even know if they got a hold of that. I would have to check. I would have to check on that too and see, and see if they had a hold on that. But Massachusetts is not doing very well. Massachusetts, is we got the highest crime rate in Massachusetts I mean, under the FBI statistics, but I haven't looked at the state statistics yet. So, but I like to combine the federal and the state statistics and see how high we are in criminal wise here in Massachusetts, because I notice Paul COOGEN will always bring up the federal government, okay, the feds, okay, the statistics from the feds, but he will never bring up the state statistics. Because you know why? Because he does not want people to know anything about the state statistics crime that goes on here in the city, in our city. So, but I'm just letting you know. So if you pull up to the federal and the state statistics on the crimes, then you can match the numbers up. Because right now I know that we're ranking high here in Massachusetts, okay, between the shootings and stabbings and stuff that goes on. But again, Mayor Paul COOGEN says that there's no new crime here in the city of Fall River, and that's crazy. Okay, when you go and say that, so that means the cops are just sitting around on their butts all day, right? There's no, but I have a scanner. So why is my scanner going off every single night? Why? Why is it going off every single night if there's no new crime here going on here in the city of Fall River? So if there's no crime going on, then I don't know what to tell you, because my scanner goes off every single night. Murders and shootings and stuff. How many shootings we had here in Massachusetts so far? I'd like to know. How many robberies we had here too? We have to look at the robberies and the shootings that we had here in Massachusetts. So if we can pull the statistics from the from the feds and the state statistics, and if we can match those numbers up, that would be great. So, but I think Mayor Paul COOGEN is delusional sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I think it's his age, maybe. I'm not gonna make fun of him, but I mean, he's a lot older than me. I should not make fun of somebody older than me, but I mean, maybe. But come on. I mean, he just pulls the feds statistics. He doesn't pull the state statistics. Come on. So who is he? So I mean, and who does he thinks he's fooling? Please, and well, right now you're sending out fixing up things now. Political motivation. There we go again. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you see what I done? Yeah. So political motivation. So, we are not gonna fall for that no more, because that's bull. Yeah. Well, you may fool everybody else, but you're not gonna fool the rest of us. So let me tell you, let me say this. Democratic Party is failing all the way. They're failing. Okay. And you know something? And they're failing because they don't know how to come together. Okay. They don't know how to get along. Okay. See, we're right here, and the Democratic Party's right here. They don't know how to get along. Okay. Where the Republicans we get along with everybody. We have to get along with the fierce leaders. You know what I'm saying? So, but I want to thank Celia Shaws for watching, Jeff Carson for watching, John Pacheco for watching. Thank you guys for watching. This is Fall River Media News. I'm your host. I'm your host, Dave Mead, and I will see you guys on Wednesday. This was an unusual broadcast today, so I'll see you guys on Wednesday. And hey, whoever's going to be down there with the MBTA, that place is going to be packed right to the gills. So I hope some of you guys can get a ride, get to ride the train. So take care, everybody. Have a great night, and I see you on Wednesday at 8 o'clock at night, 8 p.m. Take care, everybody. And also, I want you to know, stay safe, stay angry, and hold your politicians accountable for everything that they say and they do, and all their promises. Take care, everybody. Have a great night.